What's up everyone, Slasher Movie Reviews here, and it's that time of the year where I get to film my favorite video, the video that I have the most fun filming, and that is my top 10 favorite horror movies of 2017. Now look, 2017 was a landmark year for horror. Honestly, one for the history books. Literally, horror fired on all cylinders, from mainstream movies, to indie films, to horror films hitting streaming sites. Even at the box office, horror was coming in as some of the highest grossing movies of the year. It was a truly exciting year to be a horror fan. So making this list, of course, meant it was so painful. Literally, off the top of my head, I could list 20 films worthy of being in the top 10 list. So having to condense that down to 10 was super brutal. But without further ado, let's shout out a few honorable mentions. These are 5 films that I cannot believe didn't make my top 10 list, but are worthy of your time. Annabelle Creation, Hounds of Love, Creep 2, The Devil's Candy, and The Black Coat's Daughter. So of course, on to the list. Starting my list off at number 10, I have Split. Split comes from M. Night Shyamalan, and this movie blew me away. It was super intense. The characters were super engaging. The mystery was super intriguing. And the suspense and tension just rattled up so perfectly. And it's all anchored by a career high performance from James McAvoy. And honestly, in my opinion, James McAvoy's performance in this is one of the best performances I've seen in 2017. Coming in at number 9, I have Raw. This movie is amazing. It's so beautifully shot. The characters are great. This is a coming-of-age tale, but told through cannibalism in a really shocking and beautiful way. At times, I was grotesque, but the grotesqueness didn't feel just explicit to be explicit. It felt earned, and it made sense given the fact that this character is going on a journey of self-discovery that leads to a really jaw-dropping final scene. Coming in at number 8 is a film that I know is a lot of people's favorite horror movie of the year, and I'm referring to Stephen King's It. It blew me away. From its great characters, to its scares, to its absolutely terrifying performance of Pennywise the Dancing Clown from Bill Skarsgård, this movie is a true Hollywood blockbuster, but one for the horror fans. And everything about this movie was absolutely brilliant, and I cannot wait for Chapter 2. Coming in at number 7 is Geralds Game. Now, I know, I kind of prefer Geralds Game over Stephen King's It, and that's mainly just because I feel like Geralds Game was so terrifying for me. This movie scared me so bad because this felt like a situation that honestly someone could very well find themselves in. And I thought Carla did an incredible job. She gives one of my favorite performances from a female actress this year. She's so likable, so gripping, and you just root for her, but you also understand why she's there, the struggles that she's going through, and the tension and the suspense built by Mike Flanagan's direction is just so perfectly done. By godly gives, one of the goriest things I've seen on film in a very long time. And coming in at number 6 is Get Out. I know, a lot of people would probably expect this movie to be a lot lower on the list, but man, 2017, Jesus, you were good. What can I say that hasn't already been said? It's socially relevant, the scares are good, the twists are even better, the story is engaging, the characters are likable, the directions that this film goes in are completely shocking, but shockingly earned. I mean, everything about Get Out is one for the history books. Like, this is a horror film, like in a way Stephen King's It, we're going to be talking about for years to come. Coming in at number 5, I have The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Now, this is a more psychological horror movie and an exercise of discomfort. Man, was this movie an ordeal to watch. Yorgos's sort of monotone and, emotionalist world just blends in the horror genre so perfectly. This movie chilling, and it's cold, but it's beautiful to look at. Like, at number 4, I have Personal Shopper. Now look, Personal Shopper is a film that I could totally understand why some people would be like, that's not a horror movie. But for me, it absolutely is. God, did I love this movie. Kirsten Stewart is just a revelation in this film. She's so captivating to watch. Her struggle through grief over the death of her brother in this film is just brutal and haunting and chilling. And when the movie's asked to be a horror movie, it's absolutely chilling. I mean, there is a text message sequence in this film, dare I say, might be the scariest thing I saw of 2017. Next up at number 3, I have It Comes at Night. Now, It Comes at Night was by far a very divisive film when it came to audiences because of its mismarketing on the marketing campaign, its title, which alluded to maybe a monster that's lurking outside, but really this was a movie about fear and paranoia and family dysfunctions and the horror in that. And man, did this movie make me feel uncomfortable. It's just completely bleak and depressing, and man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, did this movie build up to just an absolutely gut punch of an ending. Better Watch Out was the most fun I've had watching a movie in years. This movie felt tailor-made for me. It was campy, over the top. It was so mean-spirited, but filled with so much holiday joy that God, I ate this movie up. I love the twists and turns, the execution of those twists and turns. I love the jump scares. I thought this movie was funny. I thought this movie was scary. I thought this movie was surprising. Literally, I haven't loved a movie like this in a very, very long time, where I can just pop it on any day of the week and just have an absolute blast with it. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've made it to the end. My favorite horror movie of 2017 is Mother. Oh my God, was Mother truly an assault to the eyes, but one that actually had something to say. I love movies that are visceral, intense, and really push the audiences forward. And Mother does all that, but also having something to say and something to interpretate, because all Mother is an allegory, and there's so many different interpretations, and there's not a wrong interpretation of Mother. Man, oh man, is Jennifer Lawrence just kills in this movie. She truly gives, in my humble opinion, the best performance of the year. She's so vulnerable, so likable, in a sense so naked, and by being so naked, I felt like Darren Aronofsky has never been this naked as a filmmaker. I can't explain it. This movie is visceral, it's intense, you've never seen anything like it. And it really just goes for broke. And I wish more filmmakers had the balls to just throw it all at you at the screen. What movie this year, in a sense, used all of its negative reviews as a motivation to get people in the seats? So you guys, there you have it. That was my top 10 list of the best horror movies of 2017. I know you guys definitely probably disagreed with this list or disagreed with the ranking of this list. That's okay. We're gonna play fair, right? We're gonna play fair, right? But you're also gonna let me know in the comment section below what your top 10 favorite horror movies of the year. And boy, do I love talking with my hands. Just hands. Of course, let me know in the comment section below your favorite horror movies of 2017. I really want to know. And until next time, you guys, I'm the Slash Movier, and you guys have just been slashed.